Six talking heads spinning left-wing tracks. Cackling hands, feeling lies, no facts. Low ratings, high drama, the truth is askew. So welcome to Julie Sue's View Review.
Okay, everyone. The wenches outdid themselves today. First, they get schooled by one of their own, and then Stephen A. Smith came on and really gave it to them. Seeing some of the looks on their faces after they got put in their place was priceless, so be sure you watch the whole way through. Be so kind to hit that like button to support our channel, and let's get on with the show. The wacky wenches started out by discussing how the Democrats should act at tonight's Trump address. Listen to this hot garbage.
What should they do? Should they sit and listen? Should they get butt naked and dance around? What should happen? Or should they all wait till the end when freshman Senator Elise Slotnick gives the Democratic response? Anybody?
I think they should walk out en masse.
Naked or clothed?
Naked. Naked would be good.
Naked could be interesting.
I mean, they should walk out, you know. Or is there going to be a laugh track?
I agree with you, Joy, to a certain extent. I actually don't think that they should show up at all.
Yeah, that seems like the right thing to do. What cowards. And then out of nowhere, the cheerleader comes in with what I think is some good advice. Check this out. Shocking.
I disagree with both of you. I think their job is to show up and to listen, and I think there's a strength in optics in that too. We're not going anywhere. We came here, we're sitting here, we're doing our job, and I think it was Representative Jayapal that said, we are not going to say we avoid it, or we walk away, or we're scared. We show up, we sit there stern face. It doesn't mean you have to be polite and clap and stand up. You can stand there as an unbreakable force showing you're not going anywhere, and I think that is a stronger thing. Don't be a distraction.
Great advice, right? And did you catch that look on Sunny's face when she was getting schooled? I freaking love it. Then ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith came on, who claims to be an independent, but is definitely left-leaning and doesn't like Trump. However, he absolutely annihilated Sunny, Joy, and Whoopi. This is awesome.
He didn't win.
Well,
the
let's
Democrats
remind
lost.
people what those issues were.
Sure.
Let's remind people what those issues were.
We can do that.
Making sure that families had what they need, SNAP, making sure stuff is there, making sure that the America that we all grew up in, where you could come and be whoever you were supposed to be or want to be, you still have that right. All these things are the things that the Democrats have always said.
You brought up the message that the Democratic Party was disseminating. I'm challenging you on that. That is not what they were doing. I'm not talking
yes,
about.
it was.
I'm not talking about the
I was
intent.
here. We did it.
Well, I was here too. I was alive and breathing right here on the air, talking to everybody else. The bottom line is this: you're Joe Biden. You open borders. Now remember, Barack Obama deported more people than Trump did.
Yes.
You know what he didn't do? He didn't stick out his chest and bloviate about it. He just did it.
Yeah.
What does Joe Biden do? Who is a Democrat? Who's the vice president under Barack Obama? He opens borders. Over 12+ million people entered the country. You had stuff going on in the streets. There was a migrant crisis here.
That he's the reason that there is a migrant crisis?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
saying. I'm saying he contributed. I'm saying he contributed to it. But the point that the biggest point I'm making.
He just took the key and just opened up a door?
He just took. Well, that's part of it. Even the Democrats say. Even the Democrats say they did
He's
it.
only been in office for 6 weeks. Seems like 6 years, doesn't it? And he's been going around with his cronies touting his so-called landslide and blowout win. But he won the popular vote by 1.5%, one of the smallest ever, and he won the general election by less than 50%. So what kind of mandate is this really?
Well, it is a mandate, and I'm going to explain why. And I don't mind the question, but let me be very clear. I'm no supporter of Trump. I'm a supporter of truth and the facts. And here's the facts. The man won every swing state. He increased in terms of his voter turnout in his favor from the standpoint of blacks, Latinos, and young voters. He increased his numbers in that regard from 2020. 89% of the counties shifted to the right. That's a mandate. We can sit up there and play around all we want to. In 2020, Trump didn't win the popular vote. He didn't win the electoral college vote. A matter of fact, the Republicans hadn't won the popular vote, if I remember correctly, since 2004. But they did this year. So 20 years after they last won the popular vote, they won the popular vote. They won the electoral college vote. The man won every swing state. And on top of it all, 89% of the counties shifted against. I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
Not a peep out of them. The truth hurts sometimes, doesn't it, wenches?
Step up and recognize that man in the Oval Office, whether you like it or not, is potent. He's coming and he wins. You got to find a way to beat him. This way is not the way that the Democrats have been doing it.
Let's talk.
Love Steven or hate him, it was nice seeing the Cacklin Hens shut down today. Thanks for watching, everyone.